Hello, this is Cort again with the Sales Judo video blog. Today we're going to talk about the 6 essential sales prospecting channels. Let me bring up the issue first. The issue with most salespeople is that they only deal with 1 or 2 prospecting channels, aka either the cold calling or perhaps networking, meeting in person. Email is becoming big, social media is becoming big, but again, we're only really dealing with 1 or 2 sales channels. And we need to have a lot more of those sales prospecting channels. And the reason for this is you want to keep your pipeline full and you want to make sure you're reaching out to as many people as possible in as many mediums and channels as possible. What's this going to do? It's going to make you more likely to close a sale. So what we're going to base this all on today is what we call educational-based marketing. What educational-based marketing is you are actually, instead of selling, you're teaching people about market statistics and again, reasons why what you're selling, both product and service, is as of an advantage to them. Because what is sales? Sales is something that's going to improve someone's life. That's the only reason that someone buys something. If it's going to improve their life, either financially, physically, mentally, anything along those lines. So keep educational-based marketing in the back of your head because that's what you want to base all these sales prospecting channels on. So the first one we're going to talk about is direct mail. Well, no one does direct mail anymore, or very few people do direct mail. Yeah, sure, you see a lot of political things in the mail, but that's not what I'm talking about. The great author Chet Holmes, in his book, The Ultimate Sales Machine, taught me this, and it's called the Dream 100, and I love it, and I've lived by it. Find the 100 prospects, the Dream 100 prospects that you want to go after, and create a direct mail campaign. Now, don't send them a letter in a business envelope. Send them a letter in like a wedding style envelope or a birthday style envelope. Get really creative with them. Maybe send them a trinket in that letter and keep peppering them with those letters. But what you want to give them is educational stuff. Give them market statistics, things along the line that's going to make them go, wow, this person contacting me is not trying to sell me anything, but they're trying to inform me. So again, try that Dream 100. Again, find those 100 prospects, send them some cool mail pieces with some market statistics, and eventually they're going to reach back out to you. Second, the educational brochures, and again, educational marketing based. So say you're a carpet cleaning company, okay? Say you want to reach out to commercial people, commercial buildings that need their carpets cleaned. Say what you're going to say is the 5 biggest mistakes for not cleaning your carpet on a monthly basis. Maybe talk about dust mites, maybe talk about the health of your employees, the longevity. I mean, these are really compelling things. These are really compelling things to get that customer to pick up the phone and say, wow, I think I need what you're selling. So again, think about your product or service and make something educational about it that's going to compel them to buy what you're selling. Next is going to be public relations. From a public relations standpoint, what do you want to do? You want to become an expert. You want to be able to go out on the internet and try to get guest blog posts and post yourself as an expert in the field that you're selling in. Why is this important? Well, you want to be put where you think your prospects are going to be. If your prospects are reading Forbes, if your prospects are reading TechCrunch, well, if you get on there as a guest blog post, that's really going to boost you up in the sales funnel. So again, try to become an expert in the area that you're selling and write educational stuff and try to get them onto blogs. And it's really easy to do that. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but what you want to do is you want to ping the editors at your favorite blogs, the Forbes, the Time, TechCrunch, Business Week, Business Insider, any of those things. If you can get in the sales section, or maybe you're selling telecom, if you get in the telecom section as an expert, well, guess what? You're really going to move up in your sales career because again, people are going to notice you online more and those prospects are going to find you. Next, trade shows. I'm sure as salespeople, you all go around the trade shows. Maybe you don't have a booth, maybe you're just trying to sell someone there. But what the real powerful thing about a trade show is make an educational based marketing theme to your trade show. Get as much marketing statistics as you can at your trade show and have people come and teach them. Okay? The more you teach them, the more they're going to trust you and the more likely they are to do business with you. So a trade show is a great place to meet people, but make sure you're coming from an educational-based marketing theme. The next is internet. We're talking social media, we're talking email, we're talking webinars, and we're talking lead capture. Let's talk about webinars first. The webinar is an amazing sales source. I mean, this is revolutionized inside sales. We can go out to people, have them come through our funnel, and actually do webinars for them. we want those webinars to be very educationally based and very market data driven. So again, if you're thinking about getting into the webinar field, try it on a small scale. Try to get 2 or 3 people on there, maybe by direct emailing them, telling them, hey, we're teaching about the 5 biggest mistakes in telecom today, or the 5 biggest issue with attorneys. Something along the lines, something that's very educational based and is going to teach your prospects something that you think they might not know. And guess what? They're going to be compelled to contact you afterwards and say, hey, I need your advice on something. And that's a great way to build a relationship. The next one's going to be social media. LinkedIn is probably one of the best things to go after. Look for your alumni group in LinkedIn. People that went to school with you are more likely to reach out to you and try to teach them something. Again, say if someone's a CFO and they're an alumni and maybe they went to school 10 years before you, and you reach out to them and say, hey, I went to XYZ college. I see that you're a CFO. It just so happens that my company trains CFOs or helps CFOs save money on accounting or accounts payable, things along those lines. Again, what you're doing is, you're dangling the carrot a little bit, but you're offering assistance. And again, alumni are really likely to respond to you. But you can do this with anyone on LinkedIn. Again, the response rate is going to be ones, if you're connected to the person more, the response rate is going to be better. So again, you want to look out for that. The next is email marketing. Go to your lead services, your sales forces, and your lead 411. Find those email addresses to the people you want to go after, again, based on the category. So again, let's go back to lawyers. Say your ideal buyer is a lawyer. Well, try to find some lawyers' emails. Don't spam them. Don't send out 50 to 100 emails at once. Send individual emails. Try to get them either invited to a webinar or a phone conversation or a personal conversation. And again, try to teach them something about the industry. So, and then lastly, lead capture. If you're really good at landing pages, really good at pay-per-click, you can actually get leads this way. It's a little more difficult, but if you want to look more into lead capture, go online and try to find out if what you're selling and in the sales field that you're in, if people are using lead capture. If they're not, well, there might be a big opportunity for you to use lead capture on LinkedIn, for instance. Say you're selling to salespeople on LinkedIn, which we do ourselves. You want to put an ad on the right of where salespeople are looking, something to teach them something. Like for instance, we teach a lot about using social media to do lead capture and do prospecting. So again, that's the lead capture type of sense, and you could use the Google network, the Bing network, you can get on display advertising. There's a lot you can do there. So if you're not taking this into account, if you're not taking lead capture into account, you got to look into it. And then the last is personal contact, and personal contact are the most obvious ones. They're the cold calling, they're the networking, the face-to-face. All of this put together should lead you to personal contact. I as a salesperson and a sales professional think that one-on-one contact is still going to be the best. So if you're able to create that rapport over the phone and get to the place where you want to be, it's always good to meet that person, that prospect in person. I definitely think that's a great idea. But guess what? If you could sell over webinars, go for it. So, the bottom line is this: the 6 essential sales prospecting channels that I see, all based on educational marketing, are direct mail, educational brochures, public relations, trade shows, internet, and personal contact. And what I have here is really the essential part, and that's to become an expert. Become an expert in what you're selling, and you're going to have tons of content, tons of data, tons of market research that's going to be able to back you up, and it's going to be able to prove to your prospects that you know what you're talking about. And you're not going to be selling to them, you're going to be sharing information, and they're going to come to buy for you. Now, I want to thank you for joining us for this video blog. My name is Cort Davies with Sales Judo, and follow up in the next couple weeks with another great sales blog. Thanks very much.